Hi, welcome back. This is video number 2 of the beginning reading. And I'm going to start with the vowel O. Usually kids learn the vowel A, but I like how Pleasant introduced O because it follows, learning the C, learning the O. So I'm going to share right away and get you into this second book. And I know you're enjoying this as much as I am. Okie doke. So here we go. So here we have the beginning, reading, writing, and listening. Let me show you. Read, write, and listen. It's very important that students listen. So the first page is going to show letters, words that begin with O. We have an otter. We have an ostrich. We have an ox. And here, your child can trace with their finger, trace the O. Look at the beautiful colors. Here we have the stoplight again, red, yellow, green. But I want to show you the pictures of animals. Now, this is interesting because there's not too many animals that start with O. We have octopus, and we have ostrich, and we have ox. Here's another ox. An ox is like a cow, and it has special horns. It's just a different kind of farm animal. For plowing, oxen, okay, it would be 2 ox. So here she has a lot of otters. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that looks like 9 and 10. So you could count with your child. And how many ostriches are there? Mommy ostrich and a child ostrich. And so I'm just creative when I do this. Here's uppercase O. Start with the red line, go all the way in a circle. Start at the dot, make your circle. For kids with dyslexia or kids who have some learning challenges, I just start with the lowercase. Even though the upper and the lowercase are the same shape, I just like to do the lowercase. Now here are some groups of pictures, and what you want to find out is which picture starts with ah, ah. We have closet, olive, clock, carrot. Actually, not just what picture starts with it, which would be olive, but do you hear a ah in closet? Yes. Do you hear a ah in clock? Yes. So here we have coat, clown, ostrich, can. Which picture has the ah sound? Ostrich. Here we have caterpillar, octopus, corn, comb. Where do you hear the ah? Ostrich, octopus. Here we have oxen, candle, car, cat. Where do you hear the ah? Oxen. And you could, there's a scripture where the Lord says, take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. If you tend to share scriptures with your child, you could show this is a yoke. It connects 2 animals together so that they're stronger when they do plowing. So notice that all the pages have a little number here at the top. And if you go to the back, you'll see some associations. This is instruction if you can't figure it out. There's instruction, which I love. So going to this picture, remember we're going to do you hear? Do you hear the ah in octopus? Yes. Do you hear the ah in camera? No. So I go through these pictures. Some of my students, I have a yes, no button because remember they're mod severe. And I will hold their hand to press yes or hold their hand to press no. But you want to say, do you hear the ah in wagon? No. In oxen, ox. In dog, you hear the ah, you hear it in the middle. Olive. So some of these you'll hear the ah in the middle of the word, like dog. And again, this is how Pleasant starts introducing vowels in the middle of a word. We have it at the beginning of the word, ostrich, otter, at the beginning of the word, oxen. But you're going to see as her books progress, she introduces more and more concepts for the science of reading. Now, I love this page because, again, if you have a book for your child, you can let them cut out the pieces. We have the biggest ox, we have a medium ox, and we have a small ox, okay? So this follows the pattern of the three little bears. You know, the big bear, yeah, the papa bear, mama bear, baby bear, big, medium, small. So here we have hills, the big hill, the medium hill, the small hill. And what are they pulling? Here's a small cart and the medium cart and the large cart. So your child can glue the cart behind, and the hill could go behind, I guess, or it could go in front. And then here, Pleasant has worked with the previous book we worked with was C, and the C had a bunch of O's in it, remember? Like the balloons. But now we're going to circle the whole O. We're going to circle the O. And your child can draw something down there with O. So here we have a little bit different. We're introducing some colors. Here is the ox with the red yoke. Here is the ox with the yellow yoke. Not to be confused with the egg yolk. Okay, humor there. Orange yolk, blue. You could ask your child, circle the ox that has the blue yoke. Circle the ox that has the green yoke. So see how Pleasant starts introducing colors. Then we have brown. So this is very cute. Here's the cat. And I just happen to have that C in front of me here again. Remember we did this last week. So we have the cat and the octopus. The cat and the octopus. So here we have colors, blue, yellow, pink, and green. So you could play some games with those cards. Here is a little bit of printing review. Olive. This child could cut this out and glue it here. Cage. A k. Cut that out, glue it here. Carrot. Cut it out, glue it there. Ostrich. Cut it out, glue it there. Then we're going to write our letters. Uppercase K, lowercase k. Uppercase ah, lowercase ah. What letter will cat have? K. Uppercase, lowercase. So Pleasant has the students with repetition of uppercase and lowercase. Again, with my mod severe kiddos, I just take out my own whiteboard and I just have them practice writing on the whiteboard. I don't have them do the O and the O. But the thing is, remember, if the students make a really good uppercase O and a lowercase O, give them a little star. Give them a little star. Now, cow. You have your capital C and a lowercase c, otter and oxen. So you could be teaching. Ox is one. When we have two, we call it oxen. Imagine teaching a kindergarten oxen. Brilliant. I think it's brilliant. So here, what are the similarities? Circle the boy with a whistle. Here we go. Put a rectangle around the policeman with a whistle. And your child maybe has learned how to put a rectangle around. You could say, teach which door is opening, which door is closing. How do you know it's closing? Because he's walking away. Here we have two people. Which one is a whisper? Which one is whispering? Which one is loud? Okay, we teach our kids about our inside voice. You want to learn to whisper. And then we need rain for flowers, but we also have rain when we have a storm cloud. So you can think of another comparison of maybe a child sitting in a chair or a broken chair or anything you want to put an association there. So I did a lot of teaching my students with flannel boards, and I was really excited because Goldilocks and the Three Bears was one of the flannel boards I had. If you look at my previous videos on kinder readiness, you'll see that flannel board. So Goldilocks is going to the house. You tell the story. Here, Goldilocks sees the three chairs, the Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Chair. And look, she sits on the baby chair and baby bear chair and she breaks it. And here she's eating the porridge. She tastes the Papa Bear porridge. It's too hot. Mama Bear's porridge was too cold. Baby Bear's porridge was just right. So she ate it all. Then she was ready for her nap. Papa Bear's bed was too hard. Mama Bear's bed was too soft. Baby Bear's bed was just right. So she took a nap. And then the bears come home and oh my goodness, they see Baby Bear's chair is broken and they go upstairs and they see Goldilocks is in Baby Bear's bed and they run after her and she runs away. So that is a fun story for kids. The next page gives you some comprehension. Now this is amazing for kindergartners. What picture would go with Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Were there three porridges or were there three flower pots? Of course, porridges is the answer. Were there three chairs or were there three fireplaces? Of course, the child's going to circle three chairs. Did Goldilocks break the lamp or did she break a chair? Your child's going to circle that she broke a chair. Goldilocks, did she take a nap or did she also eat the porridge? Well, you could pick something. What was she doing when they found her? She was sleeping when they found her, okay? And then you could look at the three beds. So which is the bed that Goldilocks liked the best? She liked the small one, okay? So be creative. You're a teacher, you're a parent, you're a rock star. You can even tell different things to this story. You could say, which bed belonged to Papa Bear? And see if your child circles the big bed. Okay, that's developing some comprehension. So another wonderful thing I think Pleasant did, incorporating this into her book, was one of the things when we teach cursive, we're teaching kids just to do some motion with their hands. So have your child outline this squiggly line. Have your child outline this squiggly line. This is what we do when we teach cursive. I love it. the ox, have your child follow the dotted line. And what about the loop? Loop, 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 loop. See how closely your child can outline that. Trace it. And then in the bottom, have your child maybe create their own design, okay? This is where you're going to see some of your artistic students stand out. And then last but not least, here we have the line. So let me show you what this, you look at this and you're like, okay, I would start my O here and go all the way around. Let me tell you what the instruction says. Make an octopus and practice writing the O's. So some of the text is past tense in the translation of this this book. I mean, these books are over 25 years old. So that's what we're going to do. Practice O. Now see how the uppercase takes 2 lines, lowercase takes 1. So uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. Just practice with a bunch of O's. I hope this was helpful for you. The next book I'm going to do is book 3, which is G. Talk soon. Let me stop my share. Wasn't that fun? So the next book is G. Bye-bye now. And you can get these books on my website, dyslexia-solutions.com. Go to the bottom of the homepage and you'll find them. Bye-bye now.